Hi, it's Sheila from She's a Sassy Lady, and we're going to put this card together, and I want to show you what I did first. This happens to be a card that Bobby designed at the Cricket Couple. Bobby is the sassy dude, and I was so intrigued by it. I'm trying to open my zip dry here. I've got a fresh bottle to work with this. I was so intrigued by the, there, we got it. The card, I just had to make one. Anyway, the first thing you did, I already went through with you how to cut this out. But on this, you'll see instructions. You do every half inch going one way, and my card is 5 by 5. So I took 5 inches, or just short of 5. I went 4.5 inches, and then I scored it every half inch. Flipped it over and scored it every half inch. Then I had to fold it. The folding part was the hard part. Anyway, I've got all my little pieces. Found out that I did something I did not like, but such is life. That's the way it's going to be. And this is what we're going to be working on. And I am going to literally put as much of my ATG tape as possible on the front of this card, because what I'm going to do is then lay the accordion right on top of it, because I did want it to see through to the back a little bit too, because I think it's kind of really pretty. But in the meantime, I want it adhered so it's not going to come up at all. So I've got glue all the way on this, and of course it's going to come out in kind of like a square, and so I will have to take some of the things off. I mean, cut the edge, because as you know, I've got a square that has a design in it. It's from Elegant Edges. This is kind of exciting. I like this, trying this scrap lifting stuff, because I tell you what, people are making the neatest designs. And I hate to tell it, guys. I mean, Bobby left directions, but I figured I'd do a video and do a Gypsy Made Simple out of this. But what you got to do is scrunch this up, and I don't want it as high, and so mine is going to, I'm letting it ease up a little bit rather than use the whole 12 inches. I'm going to crop this back a little bit, which is fine. Look at that. That's how it's going to look on the back. But see how I have to trim the edge there, trim the edge and across there? But that's fine. I'm okay with that. I like this. This is a beautiful, beautiful card. Bobby at the Cricket Couple and Jill, they make the neatest cards. I don't know whether you guys subscribe or are at their blog, but I tell you what, we have got some of the neatest designers, and they are one of them. So go on over to the Cricket Couple and check it out. Someone else made this, copied off of Scrap, I shouldn't say copied, Scrap Lift. Sounds better, doesn't it? Bobby's design, and they did a phenomenal, phenomenal job. Now mine is for a wedding, and I'm using the color of the card, the green, which is also what she sent the invitations out. This kind of lime green, and then white. And so I've kept the design and everything very, very simple. Boy, have I got a lot of glue on this thing. But when I set it on there, I want it just right, and I don't want the problem of this thing coming off. And what I'm doing is I'm lifting and I'm looking to make sure that I've got all the areas covered, since you're not covering a flat surface, you're covering that accordion. It's going to adhere to just what's sticking up, and so you got to make sure that you've got plenty of adhesive on there. Okay, now we've got that ready, but let's trim the edges off this. And what I'm doing is I'm turning it upside down, as you can see here. And I'm just going to, and unfortunately, as usual, I didn't get out my good scissors, and I think maybe that was a mistake. No, we did fine. And I'm just trimming away the excess. Trimming away the excess, see that? Oops, I've got a little nasty edge there I've got to correct. Stay over there. And I may have to play with this edge a little bit. I'm going to have to get a smaller scissors to get in there. There. And I want to get this edge here. And then get this edge. And like I said, I'm going to have to get my tiny scissors and get in there, but we got the main stuff off. Now, this is the front of the card. Looks kind of ugly, doesn't it? This is the inside of the card. Looks kind of pretty, but here's where I've got to get rid of the scraps there. And I'll get that with the smaller scissors. When you see the finished one, it won't have that on. Now, we want to take this and just line it up on the front. Oh, is this darling? I gotta get on it, sorry guys, and I'm not dressed real nice. I've got my grubs on. I actually have dinner guests coming over later. Matter of fact, Dorothy and Jerry are coming over, and Dorothy, she says she looks at my blog every day. And so when you look at this on Saturday, Dorothy, this is what I was doing before you came over to visit. They're coming over for dinner tonight. I'm so excited. Such a sweet couple. Jerry's my Sunday school teacher, and Dorothy is his wife, and she is as sweet as can be. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Love it. Now, mistake that I made. I cut this the same size as my heart, so what's going to happen is it's going to fit just inside. Okay? And I've got a little fuzzy off there. I tell you, one of these days I'm going to remember to get my good scissors out when I'm doing something. Now, I need something to, and we'll use this heart. My counter's all clean. And with Dorothy and Jerry coming over tonight, I don't want to be scrubbing glue off my counters and picking glue off all night. So I'll use that scrap piece there. Now all I'm going to do is glue this heart, the outline heart that I cut out in glitter, on, and I'm using my zip dry, and I am using plenty of zip dry, as I always do, because again, we're adhering to this accordion, and I don't want to take the chance of it coming off. I mean, can you imagine giving a card away and have the card fall apart on you? God forbid. Okay. And I better grab a napkin. Sorry about my arm going in front of the camera, but I got glue all over. Fortunately, it's zip dry, so there, we got it. Okay. Look at that. It just glistens and glitters. And it fits right inside there. Oh, is that beautiful? I guess it was a mistake. It actually worked out just perfect. Wow, that's perfect. The size is absolutely perfect. And I doubt my skills in my gypsy, God forbid. Now, look at that. I don't know whether you can see that glitter. Isn't that just beautiful? This is a wonderful wedding card. I want to flip it up. Now, I need to, I did a piece for the inside so that the color would go right onto the inside also. A matte. With the polka dots, and unfortunately you can't write on it. So on top of the mat, I have another piece to put inside of that for the sentiment area. Now, didn't this card go together fast? The hardest part was making the accordion part, and not because it was difficult, but my hands hurt when I do little work like that. I could swear when I was doing that I thought I had arthritis, and I don't have arthritis. But it hurts doing something like that. We've got the mat on the inside. Look at that. Now, isn't that just elegant? What a beautiful, beautiful wedding card that is. Thank you for joining us here at She's a Sassy Lady. Okay, I have the camera in my lap. I just want you to see this, how beautiful that is. Look at the accordion and look at that glitter paper. Isn't that beautiful? Here's the inside of the card. See how you can see the accordion through? That looks pretty. And then the inside. Elegant wedding card, isn't it? Thank you for joining us today. Bye now.